Hello everybody! Welcome back to Lord of the Rings Online. We finally have at least a semi-full party. I'm your host, Matt Winchell. Also streaming on their ends, Aaron Roman Moonberg.
Hello.
And I assume Sarah Iffer Bloy is streaming as well.
I am indeed.
And on the other end over here next to me is Randy Ronson McCulloch.
What do you mean almost full? This is as full as it gets now since Barry has decided to do online gaming instead of
Yeah, true.
His D&D games.
His
He's
D&D
going
game
out
instead
to
of
Milwaukee,
joining us on a
I
regular
think.
basis. Yeah, we can't trust him to be here, folks.
Yeah.
That's his decision,
bad,
not
but-
ours.
Yep.
But
But
anyway.
today we are going to do some of the fall event that's going on.
Yes.
Yay!
Oh, hey, we have somebody watching us actually. Look in front of us.
Hello.
Hey! Yo, hey!
1:30. Hello.
Jesu Domine.
wrong
Wave.
color robe.
Yeah,
That actually rings more of the Inquisition.
that's
what
true.
a show, the Inquisition. Here we go.
Well, actually,
Alright.
let's start with bingo.
Yep,
down
we
here.
all story quests for the Halloween event to start with bingo.
So, do we actually want to do both parts?
I was about to ask that. Do we want to try and do both parts, or do we just
I don't
want to
know
go
what the
right to the
difference
second
is.
part?
I
The-
haven't.
I think the first one builds up to the second half.
Yeah, it does. The first one they did a couple of years ago. They just had that one part, and then the next year they added the second part.
Mm-hmm.
They haven't added any more since then.
Nope.
Not yet. No.
That's
Have
one
we- I
overarching
think-
story in 2 parts so far.
We've done these before on streams, haven't we?
A long time ago, and I'm
Long
not even
time
sure if
ago.
I recorded them back then.
Yeah.
I recall remembering them.
This is the one where it's a lot of text to read, isn't it? On these.
Yeah, there's kind of a lot of text on some of these. We can
lot-
probably skip over it a bit.
Yeah, I'm actually not too thrilled about doing these, to be honest, because I remember them taking an extremely long amount of time, and I remember being extremely bored while doing them.
It's the text. It's the text that takes so long.
I mean, if we actually read the text, maybe we would be a little bit immersed in it.
No, that's what we were
No,
doing
that's
before.
what we did before.
We did.
And it was
Like,
taking
yeah.
so long.
Part
I'm
part
just
of
like-
part of this quest line in part 1 is basically the hobbits telling each other scary stories.
Yeah.
And it doesn't. It comes off as a tell don't show, and it
okay.
kind of.
That's why I'm kind of
Dragged.
arguing that
Yeah.
maybe we don't want to bother with part 1.
Yeah, because I thought we just skipped through everything in part 1 and just kind of watched them kind of emote and stuff.
Well, that's
Yeah,
what
I
you're
mean-
doing
But
part
yeah.
1 is basically watch
Yeah,
them
that's-
chatter and do ghost stories.
Yeah.
If you
I
guys
mean,
want to go to part 2, we can do that.
we can do part 2. I'm fine with that.
Yeah, I'm fine with
Okay.
at least starting in part 2 here.
Okay.
Anyone want to read for bingo?
Where has the time gone? It feels as if we are just discussing the strange apparition you saw in the Binble? Binble?
Binble.
Binble Wood, but the year of which it spoke was already come and gone. I hopefully intend to spend the time researching the Phantom's words, but each day was so full of chores and errands and visits And don't you know it? Here we are again, and no closer to solving the mystery. What did the apparition say? Oh, here it is. I wrote it down. Can be no reparations for the hurt that has been done. In 1 year all will fear the parting of the wood. None will escape the curse of the Eerie Acres. Despair and repair to your hobbit holes, for none but one will laugh when all is done. Still gives me the chills. We shall not forget those words, and I recommend that you keep your eyes open as we participate in the Harvest Festival this year. If you see anything at all that seems relatable to this curse, come see me at once. Ulrich Goldworthy has opened a new field to the festival games of the Harvest Festival this year, at a place called Wistmead. I've seen nothing I have seen nothing to indicate that he knows anything about what happened or his worrisome curse. So we should go to Westmead and have some fun, but I will keep on the lookout for anything suspicious, and you should as well. There's a pony to the Westmead just to the east and up the slope. I'll meet you there, and hopefully Westmead will have plenty of spooky fun and very little in the way of actual scary curses.
Okay. Thank you for that long-winded explanation.
Right?
Yeah, yeah.
Hobbit.
Whoever wrote these quests put way too much into the talkie.
Yeah.
I could have done another paragraph, but I decided we needed to prolong it.
I pray the guy never writes for Doctor Who.
Oh god, we'll never finish an episode.
Well, I thought it was going to be a 4-parter, but it turned out to be an 8-parter.
I must say... Oh wait, is everybody here?
Yep, I think so. Oh wait, no.
No, we're waiting on.
Randy's kind of...
Rand.
I'm here.
Yep, he's coming.
He's going the other way.
Well, yeah, I was coming, and then it's like, well, we're waiting on... I'm like, what, huh? You got me confused. And now I'm laggy.
I must say, Walrock Goldworthy has done quite a nice job creating a spooky atmosphere for the Harvest Festival here at Westmead. This is where we should have told our scary stories in the first place. Can you imagine the Dino that might have done if we tried scaring him here instead? Even the least frightening story might be more convincing when told in this atmosphere. I encourage you to find my various cousins, the lot of them once removed, and see that what they think of the games here in Westmead. But do not forget to remain alert for any suspicious activities. There may be an apparition on hand seeking to conduct some nefarious purpose. And if this curse of his is real, we want to know about it in time to prevent it from being carried out. Even so, try to have some fun. It would be a shame to spoil all of Goodworthy's work and excess of caution and worry. Westmead really does seem like the fitting location for spooky fun, after all. Can I go for another paragraph? I think I might. I think I saw Angelica making a beeline for the ponies to the northwest, and Elrak mentioned something about taking a snooze near the maze. Find them first and see what they think of Westmead.
Okay, off to find the other boffins.
Oh.
Maybe they'll be less wordy than Bingo.
Yeah, Bingo tends to be pretty wordy.
Well, he's a writer, so...
It's Waller.
Yeah.
Oh, Goodworthy there. Oh.
Yep.
Ooh,
God,
ponies.
lag!
Spooky ponies.
My frame rate!
Hello there. Will you look at these beautiful ponies? Aren't they simply delightful? I understand that Carl Proudfoot has loaned them to Waller at Goldworthy for the duration of the Harvest Festival, and they have been painted with these frightening but adorable designs. If I did not love horses and ponies as much as I do, I might be quite chilled to see them, but I do, and I am not. I am having a lovely time here in Westmead, and everything scary I have seen seems to be on purpose. Cousin Bingo's curse must have nothing to do with this place after all, and he likely worries for nothing. I will stay here with the ponies. Everything seems fine with me. And the other one is down here.
Is someone still floating over the fireplace? Yes, they are.
Yeah, there's still somebody falling over the fireplace.
Lag!
Jeez.
I can read from Berlek when everyone gets here.
I'm the last one this time.
Alright.
I'm moving like a drunken...
Just
What?
wait.
What do you
Hey,
do
I
with
only
a drunken Randy? What do you do with a drunken Randy?
I only only have a paragraph and a half to read. Sweet.
Here's my
Oh,
middle
it's you,
finger for
really?
you.
I came with my brothers and sisters to Westmead, but I am quite ready to leave. I was promised Festival fun, but this does not seem terribly enjoyable to me. All I want to do is curl up here outside of this maze and take a restful nap. I have not been able to get comfortable. There is just something about this place that keeps me awake, and that is most unusual. Why, I would say it is a first. I will keep trying. Are my siblings having a better time than I am? I hope so, but but above all, I just wish I could take a nap. This is usually not a problem.
Alright.
Ugh.
So then we need to go over here, actually.
Man, I get better frame rates on Phasmophobia after 2 hours.
It's all the fog effects.
Yeah.
Anyone want to read for Camellia?
You two are the people that do the
Alright.
females.
Welcome to Westmead. I spoke with Walrick Goldworthy earlier, and he told me that it took quite a long time to clear this field and prepare it for the new Harvest Festival activities. I'm very glad he took the time, because the spooky atmosphere here cannot be matched by anywhere in the Shire, and everyone is having a wonderful time. Naturally, I asked if there was anything that still needed to be done, and it turns out there are still some baked goods waiting to be set out on these tables. Could you go and pick one up of Holly's pies from the tents on the other side of the field? I must warn you about something. The pie filling has been fashioned with blackberries and currants and should be delicious, but Holly Hornblower has made it look as if the pies are filled with creepy crawlies and spiders. A number of hungry hobbits may try to get in your way, but give them a good look at the pie and they will surely leave you alone.
Because, hobbits have no thing of, oh, that's your pie.
Yeah.
Are we supposed to pick up the pie off of the table, or?
No, you actually come get it from over here.
Have to go over
I was gonna
here
say there's
and
a
then
pie
pick
right
it up.
behind her.
Yeah.
Not that
Right in
one. It's
front.
not sparkling.
Pie.
Freshly baked pie.
And if you stop by this, it's like, oh, spiders! Come over here and tease this hungry hobbit over here. Ew, spiders! Ew, spiders!
Yeah, so it's basically the revenge of,
It's basically the revenge of the Shire pie runs. Alright, who wants Griffo?
Ran hasn't read yet.
Yes, I know. I'm trying to get it to open. I thought Westmead was going to be full of fun activities and delicious food, but it seems I was mistaken. I wanted nothing more than to dig into one of these pies because the pie crust is golden brown in the way I like it, and the smell makes my mouth water. But on closer inspection, you can plainly see that the pies are filled with spiders. It's an affront to good taste. I do not understand why folks still buy pies from Holly Hornblower, honestly. I am not enjoying my time in Westmead. I am just so hungry, and I do not like that feeling. If you want to find anybody who is having a good time, perhaps you should find Marigold. I suspect she is enjoying herself because it is dark and a little scary. I saw her looking at the misty woods on the other side of the field, and she might still be there. I will try to rummage up some edible food. Wish me luck, because I am not eating one of those spider pies, no matter how delicious it might smell. Can't fool me.
I think you're already fooled.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Right. So now we go and talk to Marigold.
I do like the atmosphere around here.
Yeah, and if you notice, the music is kind of a minor key version of the Shire music.
Oh.
There she is. Tag, you're it.
Alrighty. Greeley, how are you finding Westmead? I'm not especially interested in the Harvest Festival activities that Walrick Goldworthy has set up here, but I am curious to know where this path leads. Fog hangs thickly all about the trail, and the darkness seems almost to pool among the trees. It feels like adventure to me. Cousin Bingo made me promise to stay in Westmead, or he would tell my mother and she would be very cross. So for now I should not follow this misty path, But you made no such promise, did you? You should walk along the path and see where it leads, and then come back and tell me what you saw. That is a capital idea, is it not? I'll be waiting for your report, my friend.
Okay, into the mist, and suddenly,
Okay.
You walk along the path for a time, but the fog is very thick, and you may have gotten turned around.
Yep.
You may have wound up in Ravenloft. You don't know.
You may be eaten by a grue.
Nah, it's not dark enough for that.
You might get stepped on by an ant, though.
Yeah.
No, we're too far
I'm sorry.
Where are we?
Well, we promised to come back and
Really?
tell her.
How'd you get back here without my seeing you? Oh, sorry. Sorry before everyone's here. You got turned around in the woods? This must not be an ordinary fog after all, but a magical and mysterious mist that lends itself to confusing even the most perceptive of adventurers. How delightful! I will do some thinking and see if I can come up with some means of countering this curious canopy of cloud. For now, you should return to Bingo and tell him that I am having a great time. Spooky mysteries bound.
Curious canopy of cloud.
Cloud, yep.
Gee
Alliteration.
Winkies! Come on, Scoot! Shaggy!
Ruh-roh.
Ooh.
If you two are done clowning around, I'd be a terrible Velma.
The longer we stay here, the
Yeah.
more worried I've become. How have my cousins been about Westmead? You tell Bingo that Angelica, Camilla, and Marigold seem to be enjoying themselves for the various reasons, but that Berlek and Griffo do not seem to be having as fine of a time. At least some of my cousins are enjoying the Harvest Festival here. Even if that cannot be said of all of them, I suppose that cannot be the curse at work, unless it is a curse that has chosen to mildly inconvenience a few hobbits, which seems unlike any curse of which I've heard. Curse or no, I still wished for more of my cousins were having a good time. Oh, next part.
Mm-hmm. Next part.
The parting fog.
Dun dun dun.
Perhaps I'm making a great mountain from Shrewsbury, but that apparition you saw in the Mindlewood has me all the flutter with worry. What if the curse of which is spoke is just around the corner, and if it waits to level its full effect upon the hobbits celebrating the Harvest Festival here in Westmead? Do you think that you might speak with Warwick Goodbody in front of the maze and ask him if he encountered any difficulties while setting up the festival here? I hope I am being silly. I will not be able to enjoy the games here in Westmead until I get my mind at ease. Right now, it is all bustle with spooks and scary shenanigans, but not in a good way.
No, you would not be a good Velma. You'd be better as a Rule 63 Shaggy. We see how you react to spooky
Yoinks!
stuff and phasmophobia.
Yeah, right.
We've seen how you react to non-spooky stuff in Phasmophobia.
Oh my god, it's a doorway! I'm not going through it!
Door handle!
A door handle! Runs right back outside.
I nominate Ran.
Someone else has to read multiple paragraphs today.
There you go.
Did we lose
No.
Randy? Oh, there he is.
No, I'm just trying to get a voice.
He's just unenthused.
I am not very enthused. You are correct, but I'm not getting a voice. So I'm just
Most
trying
of these
to...
aren't giving me a voice, so
Yeah.
just hobbit it.
That was the last one. I don't want it to sound like this one. Yes, what do you want? If you are here to complain, I do not want to hear about it. I have listened to more than my share of grumbles today, and my temper's at its lowest ebb. Move along, you. You try to set Waleric at ease by telling him that several of the hobbits to whom you have spoken seem to be thoroughly enjoying the festival at Westmead, and he softens somewhat. When he seems less annoyed, you ask him about the process by which Westmead was made ready for the activities and games of the Harvest Festival. Ah, yes, well, it was a lot of work, so I am pleased that there are some who have enjoyed the games here. I put together a team from Hobbiton and from Bywater, and for the better part of a fortnight we worked to clear the field of stones and stumps. We had to remove a few fences. Hobbits might once have lived among the trees here, because we also moved one or two low walls that could have belonged to hobbit homes, although the houses themselves are long gone. If you want to see how much work we put in, you can take a look at the junk pile where we moved everything. It is to the southwest across the main path that runs through Westmead. And enjoy yourself. I would not have put so much work into this if I did not love this spooky season so much.
Oh, I forgot. This is basically... You moved the tombstones, but you never moved the bodies!
No, it's not that extreme.
You see a face-down wooden sign among the debris.
Chili.
Eerie Acres.
Eerie Acres. Dun dun dun.
Ooh.
And gotta go talk to Bingo again. Whee!
Oh yeah, I forgot these were a lot of back and forth.
Yeah.
Well, at least it's a back and forth in a small area.
Yeah.
Mhm.
For the most part.
Also, we're not doing the side quests.
It's not letting me continue.
Oh, did you click on it?
Did you click
and
on
when
the
it
sign the
said-
second time?
The second time? When it said Eerie
no,
Acres?
I don't know what I did.
Go back over to
Go
the
back
sign,
to the
see if
sign
it's
and-
still sparkling.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe I do have to click on that. Okay, let's see here. Ah, where is it?
It's
It's
right
all
over
the
there
way
by the
over
chunk
here,
pile.
right?
Yeah, it's by the junk pile.
For some reason, I'm getting all turned around. Oh, there it is. Yeah, it's still sparkling. Okay.
Yep.
Cool.
Right click on it again. You gotta double click on it.
It's a 2-clicker.
Okay.
Okay, got it.
Yep, making my way back over.
All right, I
I
can
was
start.
right
I can
there.
start reading while you're coming. Then.
Yeah, sure. I'm sure it'll be a while.
All you're seeing is Bingo standing here anyway.
Yeah.
You look as if you've seen a ghost. Another one, I mean. You haven't, have you? You tell Bingo the Goldworthy cleared away several fences, stones, and wooden structures when he prepared the field in Westmead for the Harvest Festival. Among the debris to a junk pile, you go to describe the wooden sign you found amongst the trash. What's that? You say there was a sign, Eerie Acres? But someone had crossed that out and printed the words Eerie Acres on top? Well, that means... It's just as I feared. This field may be called Westmead now, but that was at some point in history. It must have been called Eerie Acres. We've wandered right into the waiting jaws of the curse. You have to tell Warwick that we may be in danger. He has to cancel the celebrations here and at once.
There's
Yeah,
also
'cause
a
that's
little
gonna
bit
go
of
over well.
yeah. There's a little bit of Jaws to this too.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just entered a bit of Jaws into the idea. I don't think the mayor's going to close down the beaches.
Who knew it was during the COVID the COVID pandemic?
Cancel the Harvest Festival? Absolutely not. Why should I do that? You tell Waller Goldworthy that a malevolent force has declared that no one in the Shire shall escape the curse of Eerie Acres, and you found proof that Woodsmead was once known by that name. He snorts with disbelief. What nonsense! I know the sign of which you speak. It stood by the western path out of the clearing, and has not been thought of by anyone for a very long time. No one objected when we pulled it from the ground and tossed it aside, did they? This whole place has been uninhabited for dozens of years at least, and no hobbits have called this place Eerie Acres since then. Take my word on it. I'm sorry you're bothered by all this talk of curses, but I'm sure it is nothing. Someone is playing a holiday prank on you, I wager. I will not shut down Westmead, and I will not cancel the Harvest Festival. If that bingo boffin put you up to this, you can just go and tell him his plan to ruin my festival has failed. And that is all I will say about it.
Meh. Meh, see?
What do you got to who's cow?
Oop, where am I? There it is.
Whoa!
I
Oh, that
got
one.
it.
Oh, okay. It's a bunch of people running around.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's a multi-boxer, I should say.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it seems to be a multi-boxer. And they're all doing the same quest.
Yeah.
Mhm.
He refused to cancel the festival, didn't he? Of course he did. That is just the sort of day I am having. Why, I saw Fosco just now, and I told him we should probably get ready to leave Westmead. And do you know what he did? He yelled at me and stamped his feet. He's always been one of my favorite cousins, but he raised his voice at me and put me right out of sorts. Something is not right. This is quite unlike Fosco, and I think the curse may already be to blame. What is going on here? Mark my words, there is more to this than we know. The curse of Eerie Acres is real, and it has an effect on some of the hobbits here already. There can be no mistaking it.
The haunting of Westmead.
We have to get to the bottom of this business and find a way to combat this curse before it becomes too late. What we need is a clue, or better yet, some more than one. Bingo snaps his fingers. Maybe we have one. You said that the writing on the sign you found had been crossed out with red paint, and someone had written Eerie Acres? What words did the mysterious vandals seek to replace? Clearly Acres. Cleary's Acres?
Cleary's Acres.
Well, that is one place to start. We need to find out anything we can about the hobbit named Cleary, and perhaps we will learn what happened to his homestead, for it will be known to Eerie Acres. Homestead for it to be known as Eerie Acres. It may be a long shot, but there might be some record in Cleary's Acres at the town hall in Michael Delving. Consult with the mayor, Whitfoot, and you might learn something useful. I will stay here and keep an eye out for anything suspicious. Good luck to us both.
This train's a-leaving, heading for Michael Delving. Don't go away from me.
Oh,
Come back, Matt! Come back!
Yeah.
That's right. I keep forgetting we have teleport with you.
Yes.
I immediately went, okay, off to the pony. Whoop.
Following Sarah and her badger.
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 He's my new badger. His name is Buckingham.
Of course he is. Buckingham Q, I bet.
Buckingham U, but yeah.
I just thought it was Q.
Nope, it's you.
Eh.
Everybody here?
Yep, I can read
No,
for the mayor if you guys want.
There he is.
Hello, how are you enjoying the Harvest Festival this year? Have you found the time to head over to Westmead for the new activities there? I understand Walric Goldworthy was really outdone himself, and there are many fun games to play and delicious treats to enjoy. I was about to make my way there to sample some of the offerings myself, but I will, of course, take the time to help you with whatever you need, so long as you make it quick. A hobbit named Cleary, is that used as a first name or as a surname? Well, I can't say it makes a difference because neither case rings a bell. I have no memory of either. When did you say this Cleary lived in the Shire? You didn't? If he is an old resident, it could be some belongings of his have ended up in the Matham house. You could ask Brombard if he's seen anything belonging to Cleary. I have given more than enough thought to this matter, and it seems well settled to me. Sorry I could not be of more help if I need to get... But I need to get going if I am to sample some of the food platters at Wistmead. Good day to you.
This is the same mayor that we watched stuff his face at the farmer's fair.
Mm-hmm. And watch him
Actually,
get
I
pelt
would-
with everything in the room. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm kind of surprised that the farmers' fair isn't around this time of year
It's
because it's so food oriented.
yeah. I'm really not sure what the thought is on that, but whatever.
I guess if it's if this is a European game or a British game,
isn't it?
Cleary, eh? I don't think I know any hobbits of that name in the Shire, although it does sound familiar for some reason. It strikes me as being a name from many years ago, perhaps when I became a keeper of the Matham house as a young hobbit. But that was long ago, and if I then saw Mathams labelled with the name Cleary, they certainly have been long since distributed or buried beneath other more recent items. Cleary, no, I can't say I know anyone of that name. Perhaps you could check with the postmaster. His occupation requires that he have a thorough knowledge of hobbit names and addresses, and if anyone knows of a Cleary in the Shire, he is the hobbit that would do so. Postmaster Proudfoot can usually be found in outside his quick post, right near the town hall.
Right
fuck you,
where we were.
Deb. Yep.
Whee! Watch your kinkles.
Yep.
I haven't broken it yet.
I heard somebody break theirs.
Yeah,
I
it was
didn't-
me.
Gonna say, I'm pretty sure
That
it
was
Sarah.
me.
No,
Oh.
I did what I do in Assassin's Creed
Can't
and
a body be left alone?
slide down the side of hills. By the way, Assassin's Creed Valhalla, from the one day I've managed to play before Aaron came down with illness, is pretty interesting. You actually can get into flight battles.
Sweet. All right, who's doing Postmaster Proudfoot?
Are you looking for a Cleary? Dare I hope that you would seek word of one Halson Cleary? This is an unexpected joy. At last! I thought this day would never come, and I would go to my grave with this task unfulfilled. One more disappointer in a long line of shamed postmasters. But it is not to be. The mail shall at last be delivered. When I first came to work at delivering the mail, when I was just a young hobbit, old Ned Harfoot, the postmaster, showed me the ropes. It took me a few weeks to learn the ins and the outs of the quick post, and I never forget his lessons. One day he took me down to the basement and showed me a box of old envelopes. These letters ain't ever been delivered, Hugo, he said to me, but my old boss told me we weren't to throw them away. Could be one day we'll find out how to deliver them, and when that day comes, the quick post will have earned it a fine reputation, even if it puts the lie to its name. Well, Ned passed on not long after that, and I took a vow to keep those undelivered letters aside, until my own time was up, or the intended recipient came to claim them. It seems to me you might be the closest person we'll get to Halson Cleary. If you're willing to follow me, I'll show you where these stacks of undelivered letters, and you can decide what to do with them. Let me know.
Talk to him again to go into an instance. Yep. We just blink out of existence. Bye-bye.
Bye.
It's the magic of the postmaster.
Yeah, quick post.
Call it quick post for a reason.
All right, let's see. All right, I've emptied the box of old letters onto the table in the basement. You're welcome to look through them and see if there's anything important. Now remember, this is highly unusual. We the Quickfos do not advocate looking through people's mail, but these letters are so old there should be no harm in it.
I just want to like nose around here for a second.
Yeah. It is kind of a cool little interior place. And besides, he kind of wanders and blabs for a bit. Fun little boxes and stuff.
Blue boxes.
Oh, there's a letter on the table here. Parcel, it looks like. Some kind of weird parcel.
Yeah.
Lots of blue boxes in here. That's a little weird.
Mm.
Can I climb on this? Nope. That's an invisible wall. Curses.
Oh
You
yeah,
know,
lots of
you
blue
expect to
boxes.
look under the table and you expect to see some long six-armed guy, sorting letters.
All right. Dear Mr. Cleary, I hope I'm not intruding, but I wish to write you this note of thanks. I had a delightful visit with you, and am already looking forward to ours of next week. As I promised, I will bring some fresh produce from my father's garden. You will not believe the crunch of our carrots. They are truly something. When next I visit, I will help you clean the weeds out of your own garden. I know it sounds like a lot of work, but I find gardening to be very rewarding. Very sincerely yours, Ivy Redsmith. Letter number 2. If I can click on it, there we go. Dear Mr. Cleary, thank you once again for another lovely visit. I hope you don't feel too badly about what your neighbors have been saying. They seem a poor lot, mean-spirited and unwelcoming. Pay no heed to their insults, and I will not either. Looking forward to our next visit. Ivy Redsmith. Dear Mr. Cleary, the winter has been very bad, hasn't it? I'm sorry to tell you that the weather must keep me at home. I cannot visit this week. But I promise to bring some soap and towels with me when I next visit. I will scrub away the mean things your neighbors wrote on your fence in no time.
Mm-hmm.
Warm regards, even in the cold. Ivy Redsmith. Dear Mr. Cleary, has it already been 2 months? I cannot believe it, but I know it is so. I have never seen snow like this. It began as a winter's lark, but now... I'm sorry I have not been able to visit. There is no sign of the weather's improvement, and my family's worries deepen every day. I promise I will see you as soon as the winter ends. Waiting to see the sun again. Ivy Redsmith.
Oh, this is the whole when the brandy wine froze over and everything, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Dear Mr. Cleary, They say this terrible winter might soon be done, though they have said this before. I hope this time they are right, for it has taken its toll on my family and on my friends. Our food is nearly gone. They say it will be a time of famine unless something can be done. Do not think I am being forward, but I am worried for you, Halson. Your home was in no state to weather such a winter as we have had. I hope your neighbors at last showed you kindness.
No.
Nope.
Could they have given you shelter, shared their food, and found warmth in their hearts for you?
No.
No, because we're dealing with assholes.
I hope they have. They would be cruel hobbits indeed if they have not.
They are. Or were.
Were.
Are my letters being delivered? I have heard no word from you for more than a year, Halson. You could not possibly have stayed in your home this whole time. Could you?
Dun dun dun.
Worried, hungry, and afraid for you. Your dear friend, Ivy Redsmith.
Hmm.
What did you find out from those letters? Did you learn anything of use? You briefly described some of what Ivy Redsmith wrote to Halson Cleary, and as your tale progresses, Hugo's eyebrows furrow and he strokes his chin deep in thought. These letters are indeed very old. It seems to me that Ivy and Halson lived during the time of the Long Winter, which gripped the Shire more than 250 years ago. That winter was the longest ever recorded, and it was followed by the days of dearth, a period of famine and unhappiness, the like of which have never been seen again. It is said that many hobbits died during that winter, and the food shortage that followed. I hope that fate did not befall Ivy or Halson, but if there are no further letters, it seems likely that they came to sad ends. I wonder why these letters were never delivered. The hobbits of the Quick Post must have had their hands full just trying to survive the long winter. But still, I would have expected them to make an effort, at least before it came clear the winter was worse than usual. It does strike me as somewhat odd that the letters that predate the snows were not delivered.
Right.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember the story being fairly tragic.
Huh, how rude.
It's highly unusual for the letters such as these not to have been delivered. We run a respectable post here, and I would have said we always have done. But those undelivered letters seem to cast some doubt on it, to my shame and that of my predecessors. Why would those letters not be delivered? At any rate, we do not keep records of home ownership at Quick Post, but there is a small chance that someone might know the state of the Cleary farmhouse, even if knowledge of its one-time resident has been lost during the ensuing years. That was so long ago. I speak of Clem Underhill, the escrow broker here in Michael Delving. He may know if the deed to the Cleary farmhouse ever changed hands, and if the land was sold, he might tell you the name of the current owner. There is one.
Quick little hop over here.
Oh, I got on my horse for this.
Just a moment.
I walked on the road.
The Cleary farmhouse, you say? Oh, that goes back quite a long way, almost 300 years if I remember aright. The records from those days are rather incomplete, but there is a deed for the parcel of land in that name. It is a wooded lot, yes? I have had no cause to go out there, but the description makes it sound quite deep into the forest, near Waldoric Goldworthy's new cleared field of Wistmead, isn't it? That is an interesting coincidence, since the field has only recently been put to use after being left alone for so long. There have been no transactions relating to that parcel, so I expect if it was owned by a Cleary once, then it must be owned by a Cleary still. A descendant, surely, although that is a long time for anyone to stay in one place without interacting with his neighbors. That is no way to live, not for any respectable hobbit. It must do you some harm, surely, to see only faces of your family and no others. And if you live by yourself, with no kin around you, why, imagine it! And who would take care of you in your twilight days, until finally your last day arrives and you meet it alone? Ugh. Mayhap it is just this time of year, but thinking about this sends a chill down my spine and raises the hairs on my feet. It sounds like a spooky harvest festival story to me, and not something that could happen to real folk in the Shire. I cannot say as I like it. I hope I was a help to you, and now I would like to think no more of these troubling thoughts.
I'm easily spooked. Bye-bye.
Yep, pretty much. Now
I
you can
can
get on your
relate.
horse.
Shouldn't we be taking like the
Yeah, we need to take the stable back to Hobbiton.
Yeah, I always hate finding the stable around here. Because
It's
it's
just
never
over
where
this
I
hill.
think it is.
Take a right.
Oh, I took the wrong right.
Yeah, that's always my problem, is I take the wrong right.
I took that way too early. There we go.
Alright, so Hobbiton.
Hello there.
Hobbiton.
Whee!
God damn it. All these new locations.
Yeah, because Hobbiton hasn't existed since the game started or anything.
What's a Hobbiton?
No. That used to be that, you know, there was only like the surrounding locations, and now they've added a whole bunch of the
Oh, yeah.
far travel locations. So
Yeah.
suddenly Hobbiton, which used to be, you know, smack dab in the middle of the list,
He's
is
like all the
scrolled-
way down. Yeah. Because Shire starts with S.
Man, look at that badger run.
Yep. Plunge right through that line. Run the ball clear down the field force. And back up to the hill we go.
Well, in real lag, we're about to enter it.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was gonna say.
Even getting near that tree this time of year. Ugh.
Right. Well, during any festival, really.
which is the only time you want to be there anyway.
Yeah.
Yep, there goes my frame rate.
Horse to Westmead.
Yep.
Okay. Whoop. Teleporting horse.
And now
Yeah,
for
for
something
me-
completely different, a Bjorning on a horse.
Yeah, I want them to have rideable. They've added rideable pigs. I want rideable bears.
Yeah.
A Bjorning, not a bear.
Just for the redundancy of it.
At last you've come back. Vasco yelled at me again, and this time he had the support of several of his brothers. This is so unlike them. What did you learn from Michael Delving? Did you find out anything about Eerie Acres or about the curse? You explained to Bingo that you have learned about House and Cleary and the parcel of land he once owned, not far from Westmead and the Hobbit Nods. That it all makes sense to me now. The spectral visitation you saw in Binbol would
Bindle.
and must be related in some way to the house in Cleary, and somehow he managed to put a curse on the Shire. None but one will laugh when all is done. That must refer to a ghost of Halcyon Clary, scorned and forgotten by his neighbors. In fact, that very may well be why the Boffin boys are so uncharismatically angry. The ghostly haunt has affected them with their knowing and without their knowing, and the close proximity of the Wistmead to the Clary Farm must have inflamed their tempers. Are you up for another adventure? I have the perfect hobbit in mind to go with you. Ooh. I had a legendary item upgrade.
But one.
Just a second, I want to see.
But one.
Nope, you can't upgrade that. Alright. If there is a spectre haunting the Clary farmhouse, you need to be prepared to weather some frightening apparitions. Who better to take you than my cousin Donadas? He is not frightened of anything, and will be best suited to adventure with you through the misty forest to the Eerie Acres. No matter what the haunting brings, he would disbelieve a ghost right to its face, and I think his clear head might be the secret to dispelling this curse. I will not hear another word about it. Find Dinodas and by the fire there in the Wistmead, and I will look forward to your successful return.
So, if you had remembered part 1, Dinodas was the guy who was acting all tough and was like, no, I'm going into a haunted house, but it just to prove that it's so fake. And then he got scared.
I was gonna say, I believe he's a coward, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he's actually a coward. He's like that guy that goes into a haunted house to prove that he can go through it without flinching.
Alright, you want me to read him?
Sure.
Go for it.
Oh wait, we got Randy here, right?
No, just go ahead.
Okay.
He's like, nope, nope.
I did the postmaster quite a bit, so
Yeah.
I'm good for now.
What's going on, Greeley? Why do you have that look on your face? You explain Bingo's idea that a ghost is responsible for the haunting of Wistmead, and that he wants you and Dinodas to travel through the woods to the Cleary Farm to dispel the curse. Dinodas laughs, but then his smile drains away. You're serious? Oh no, Greeley, there's no way to get out of this. I shared my secret with you in confidence. I do not fear nothing, I fear everything. But if I tell Cousin Bingo the truth, he will know my secret and I will be revealed to be as a liar. But if I do not tell him, I will have to brave the spooky forest and risk the ghastly curse. This is terrible. There's nothing for it, I suppose. The path is foggy, so you should pick up this torch and use it to light the way. I will be right behind you, but I'm not happy about it, not at all.
Alright, let's pick up our thermometers, our EMF readers, our
Oh wait, we have to wait for it to spawn, right? Or is it everybody? One person?
Oh. No,
No,
yeah, we
It
can
comes back,
For it to
yep.
spawn.
Yeah, God.
I still haven't gotten one.
Well, that's a bottleneck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's really annoying.
But it's kind of cool, look at us.
Yeah.
They need to have this as an actual emote.
Yeah.
Yay!
That'd be cool.
I'm not leggy, so I can do this.
You raccoon. As usual.
Ran leggy and slow.
There we go. Onward.
Onward,
Oops.
away from the noisemaker.
Wait,
Oh
where'd you
my
guys all
God,
go?
Where the freaking hell is my thing going? Okay, there we are. Sorry, I'm
There.
catching some lag and I was getting turned around.
To the
Okay,
misty
I was wondering where
road.
everybody was going.
Oh, you cannot answer this, in a group. Fuck. Disband.
Yay.
There you go.
Back up and
Back up,
repush.
and
There we go.
again.
Whee!
Welcome to Solo Instance here at Lotro.
This was a bad idea. I I regret it already. Let's turn around and tell Bingo we didn't find anything. What do you say, Greeley? I know he's depending on us, but he doesn't have all the information, does he? He thinks I don't believe in ghosts, and not only that, he thinks that will be an advantage to us in this endeavor. But he's mistaken. Won't my belief in haunts and specters and ghostly apparitions serve as an even worse disadvantage? Fine, I'll keep going, but I'm not happy about it. Not happy about it at all.
No respect at all.
The faster we move, the sooner we've done with this. Did you hear that? Maybe it was my imagination. Is that a farmhouse? Suddenly developed an English accent. It looks like no one has lived there for a long time. You better check it out, Greeley. I'll wait here. What?
Coward.
Yeah.
Door is locked and barred and cannot
Check
be opened
behind
from
the
this
farmhouse,
side.
check the left side, check the right side, check the back.
So the cellar appears to be unlocked. Forest encroaches upon the rear of the farmhouse. No one now rests upon the side porch, if anyone ever did. Oh, a cellar door! Well, the door to the cellar is locked, so I guess we'd better turn around and go back home. What's that? The door is unlocked? Oh dear, there could be anything lurking down there. Do we really have to go down there? Yes, we do.
Tiny little one-story farmhouse, right? Keep that
Mhm.
in mind.
Open the doors. Well, one story, but there's supposed to be an attic too, I suppose.
Yeah.
And we enter the basement.
Oh
Do
no, I
not
do
like
not
this.
like this.
Can't be, it's Green Eyes from the scary story. He's gone, thank goodness, and now we should go too. Onward, I guess. Oh no. Do you hear that? Longo Prophet trapped in his art. What a terrible fate. What happened to us? Will we be trapped here forever? Dear me, we cannot think like that. Must push on ahead anyway. Like this one bit. See anything out of the ordinary now? Oh no! What is this? The fish are not really here, are they? Reminds me of one of that scary story, the one with old Grub. It sends a shiver down my spine. It's gone, just like the others. Let us keep going. Yeah. Horror. What manner of cellar is this? Feel eyes right here. Go on then, Spirit. Let's see what the terrible vision you have for us. Nothing. Hey ha!
As something appears behind him.
Yep.
Think we made me through the worst of it.
I'm spooky.
Must have
Oh,
already run out of frights for us.
oh yeah. This thing's going up.
Uh-huh.
Up.
There is something most peculiar about these stairs.
Charge forward, newfound courage.
I think my EMF reader's going off.
Another door. After you. Yeah, especially the pink glowing well behind him.
As the Ghostbusters game mentions, have you ever mentioned about ghostly realities that can suddenly merge with actual ones? Yeah, that's a thing with enough energy.
Meet you at the top.
I'm at the top. I'm waiting for Aaron to catch up.
Yeah, me too.
Hang on.
We are. Keep walking, Aaron. Keep walking.
I hear, it sounds like Darth Vapor.
Can't be. Barry's not here.
Yeah.
Follow. Ooh, I just got a follow. Hello.
Spooky.
Tab out for just a moment to have a look.
There's something most peculiar about these stairs. What?
Hello,
The fact that
Blue.
they keep
Oh,
going.
wow. You see people walking by through this one
Yep.
Hello,
doorway?
Blue. Thanks for the follow.
It's locked.
Okay.
Oh, he just raced up the stairs.
Yeah.
Finally, I have to say, Gridley, I'm not sure how all these stairs fit inside the farmhouse. It looked quite a bit smaller on the outside, didn't it? Pox on ghosts and specters, why can't things be just as they appear? I suppose we have to keep going. Maybe the next trick will be that the spooky building is actually not as scary or as haunted as it appears. Here's hoping.
Keep hoping, buddy.
Dun dun dun.
Walk on in. Oh, I don't like this.
Go in first, Matt.
No, that's what he says.
I don't like this. A sudden gust of. My torch went out!
Hello.
Hello? Are you awake, sir? Dear, I think this fellow is dead.
Who has disturbed my vigil?
Are you the ghost of House and Clary?
Shunned by my neighbors. Left alone. Left to die. The time has come to levy my curse upon them.
Stop right there.
Oh, brood of boffins.
You gonna read that,
did you
Matt?
want to read?
Yep, I just walked over to him. I did some thinking and decided I could not let you and young Donadas face this danger alone. So I set my misgivings aside and prepared to follow the two of you. And don't you know it, but my other cousins had much the same idea. Something about the spirit story strikes me as quite suspicious. I think we should get to the bottom of it at once. I don't believe you are Halcyon Cleary at all. I've read a number of scary stories to celebrate the season. And that is simply not how otherworldly spirits behave. No, you are something else.
You are well read for one of the hole dwellers.
I think you'll find us quite a surprising folk.
I am the skulking ire, and I speak for he who no longer can. Halcyon Cleary died years ago, hated by his neighbors. They called him eerie and off-putting and strange. They mocked him. They insulted him. His rage and his hate drew me here. He died in this very chair, and no one wept for him. Matt?
You are wrong, Spirit. You say House and Cleary had no friends? I have proof that says otherwise. Catch!
And just go ahead and hand them all out. Don't let them stand there and read them, because
Yep.
we've read them all already.
Yeah, send them all off. Thank you for the lovely visit.
No, stop this nonsense at once. Enough.
The long winter had been like none other the Shire had ever seen. Hobbits died of hunger and cold, even among their friends and their families. Ivy Redsmith wanted to help Helson Cleary, but the winter prevented it.
This changes nothing. Halson Cleary was hated by his neighbors. They whispered cruel things about him, and they let him die. His rage drew me here. That must be a little
Yes,
bit
you
heavy.
said. Walk slowly. I have been thinking about that. There are places in the world where evil spirits dwell. Marigold has told me quite a lot about some of them.
I have such spirits make the land more like themselves.
You strike me as the bear-down sort of chap.
So?
I think you left the Bear Downs and settled here at Eerie Acres. But I think you came here before you say you did.
What does it matter, Holdweller?
It matters. It matters because I think it was your presence that caused Halson's neighbors to dislike him.
I say it was not.
What did you say your name was? The Skulking Liar? You're more like the Skulking Liar.
Are you not afraid of me?
I'm not. I'm not.
You've arrived at Halson neighbors felt uneasy. You arrived in Halson's neighbors felt uneasy. They knew something was not quite right about Eerie Acres. But they didn't know what it was. It was you. It was you the whole time.
This does not change anything. Halson Cleary died. He died alone, with only me for company.
He did, knowing this wouldn't bring him back. But if I could tell him that he was missed, I would. I would tell him that even though he felt almost alone, there were still hobbits who cared.
Stay back!
Did Hansen think you were a friend? Did he suspect you were to blame for his solitude?
Leave me be!
No, I think you are the one who needs to leave. Hobbits won't fall for your tricks any longer.
Take your curse with you.
Ah!
Gotta talk to Bingo.
Alright.
The Skulking Eye is defeated. He won't be bothering anyone, not if he knows what's good for him. Now that he is gone, I suspect hobbits in Westmead will no longer feel the effects of his presence. It is not soon enough, if you ask me, but the better late than not at all. I wish we could have done more to help Harrison Cleary, his sad story. And while I'm glad to have at last put an end to the villainy of the Skulking Aya, we are much too late to help poor departed Mr. Cleary. Better late than never, did I say? It is hard to be later than this. 200 years gone, but still I hope that he finds some rest in it. I should like to make arrangements to bury him. I shall inquire with the mayor, and perhaps the quick post can be made to foot the bill. Had they delivered Ivy's letters, some measure of pain might have been avoided. No, I will not judge postmasters long gone. The Skulking Eye had a hand in the dereliction of the duties. I think Harrison Cleary would like to be buried in his garden. We will set Ivy's letters with him, and may he find peace at last with the memory of her.
Aww.
This is, of course, the point that Halson Cleary sits up and goes, "I'll swallow your soul!"
That'd be a twist.
Did you see that? Skulking liar called him all if only Clement or Celandine had been, or Celandine or Kellandine?
Celandine.
Celandine had been here to see my incredible bravery and courage. You'll tell her, won't you? It's funny. I was frightened when we came to the forest, and then again when we arrived at the spooky farmhouse hidden within. I was beside myself with terror when you told me the door to the cellar was locked. It was unlocked, and each new vision we beheld as we made our way through the Cleary farmhouse increased my horror tenfold. But when it came right down to it, when we confronted the specter and so many of my brothers and sisters were beside me, well, things didn't seem quite so scary anymore. How very strange. Even so, I look around me now, and the spookiness begins to creep back. I tell you, I am ready to go. Yes, let's leave while we have the opportunity, really. What a hold up. What's the hold up?
The sudden flash of courage is now gone.
Yeah. Kinda know that feeling.
I have Buzz loading in. Randy's taking a few moments. There we go. Curse of Eerie Acres. Well, this has been a harvest festival to remember, and no mistake. I am glad we have managed to dispel the curse and set the Skulking Eye packing. I wish Halson Cleary could know that we did for what we did for him, but of course that is impossible. Perhaps it's enough that we will remember this one thing. Easy enough as it is to forget. We should strive to be kind to our neighbors in every season. Hey, presto, it just occurred to me that some of the spookiest stories I can think of come from our failure to do that. This one included. The curse of the Eerie Acres has been dispelled, and now we can safely enjoy the Harvest Festival without fear, or perhaps with just the right amount of fear, if you know what I mean. Hobbit-sized spooks and scares are more my liking, and to that of my cousins, I think. Thank you for all the help. Now I believe I will return to my attention to some investigating ancient curses to another matter, looking to those spider pies everyone is talking about.
And that's that.
Yay!
That's that, and just
Yay.
in time for the stream to end anyways. Yeah, it's been an hour and a half.
It's been an hour and a
Cool.
half.
That was actually, yeah, I forgot how much fun Westmead was for the
It's
storyline.
talky, but
anyway.
I do enjoy this one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right, everybody. If you enjoyed the stream, let me bring up my window here. If you enjoy the stream, you can go ahead, like, share, subscribe at Romeo Moon 1 on Twitch TV. I am also on BitChute, as well as an archive of streams is available on YouTube. And you can find the classic episodes of Lounge Leads on its own YouTube channel. You can also find the schedule streams up at Mystic Tales on Twitter, as well as the Lounge Leads Facebook page. And if you want to get your name up in lights like Barry Gazak Goldberg there, he does have a bunch of stuff pinned to his Twitter page, I believe, and as well as his link to his YouTube stuff. You can go ahead and donate to Patreon, Streamlabs, PayPal, what have you. Matt, you want to plug your stuff?
Alright, going over to my image here. You can find me on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Patreon, BitChute, and Twitch. If you wish to help donate to my channels, the BitChute and Twitter are the not Twitter, Twitch. BitChute and Twitch are the ones to go to. You can also join us live on my Twitch, MadMatt2185, where you can also comment if you so desire. That doesn't cost you anything, just to follow.
Woo! Alright, and here is Aethershriver's information.
Yep, you can find me on Twitch at twitch.tv/Aetherschreiber or on Twitter at Aetherschreiber. And the spelling is right there for you. I won't spell it out.
You, any updates on an Unearthly podcast?
Yes, you can join us Wednesday nights at 10ish p.m. Central for an Unearthly podcast. We are currently going through all the serials of Tom Baker that we have yet to review. We are currently just starting into season 14, and this week we are doing The Mask of Mandragora.
Cool. Thank you for joining us, everybody. It has been a great time going through more of the Westmead quests. Have a good night.
Badger.
Night. Badger.